The Supreme Court upheld your freedom to be pro-life in part because of this man's family. This is the CitizenLink Report. Hi, I'm Stuart Shepard. You know, Obamacare ran right over the rights of Christian business owners. It required them to include drugs in their health care plans that are completely unacceptable to anyone who's pro-life. The Supreme Court's life-affirming and precedent-setting ruling has come to be known as the Hobby Lobby case. But there's another company that was also a significant part of the challenge, Conestoga Wood Specialties. They make kitchen cabinets, among other things. I had a conversation with Anthony Hahn and Randy Wanger, the attorney who represents the family. Anthony says the collision between the president's pro-abortion views and the family's pro-life views could have ended the company.
The fines for not putting that into your health plan was $100 per employee per day if you didn't include it. Now, at the point, we were at 950 employees when we had to comply by the law, which was January the 1st of 2013. So do the math. $100 per employee of 950 employees, that was $95,000 a day. And you figure a 30-day month, you're at $2.8 million in 1 month. That's a lot of money, and we could not afford to pay that. Also, there was a fine. You could opt not to provide insurance at all to your employees, and the fine for that was $1,000 per employee per year. So that obviously would have been $950,000 a year, also a pretty big number. And it appears that the person who wrote the fines for this particular mandate for not complying was certainly trying to cause the employees, the employers, to put this mandate into their health plan, and or else, not provide insurance and send the employees to the exchanges. But certainly the goal was to, make the employers comply and put the contraceptive mandate into their health plans.
It seems that the government's approach to this is you can believe whatever you want to believe, but you have to act according to what the government believes.
And that's precisely what we see increasingly courts talking about. There was a New Mexico Supreme Court case that I was recently reviewing, and the court explained just that. You've got freedom to believe whatever you want, but when it comes to actions, you have to follow the government.
Right.
And it seems like in our country, we've had a long history of protecting rights of conscience, where we've understood that government should never be in a position of telling people to violate their most deeply held beliefs. And now we've created this crisis for so many people in our country. We need to get back to those roots where we can maintain freedom.
I know a lot of Christians who are reluctant to get involved in lawsuits and court cases. As someone who is of a Mennonite background, my understanding is that's something that particularly is not done. What made you change your mind to go ahead and pursue this?
Yeah, well, that's certainly being Mennonite, being from the conservative side of the Mennonite faith. Why it's out of character for a Mennonite to go ahead and take legal action and file a lawsuit. Obviously Mennonites are pious, and we take Jesus' teaching about turning the other cheek. So it was really out of character for us to file the lawsuit. However, there was not that many options that we could really take, and Randy Wanger, who we've been speaking to and about representing us for this lawsuit, who has Mennonite in his background, he came and explained to us that we're not suing for any personal gain here. We're suing to protect one of our religious liberties that we have as being a citizen of the United States. And therefore, looking at it from that angle, it made more sense that we were looking at it from the standpoint, we're not suing for personal gain, we're suing for standing up for a religious liberty that we hold dear as a citizen of the United States. There's really no good way to petition the government. You can't really pick up the phone and call and say we want to discuss something. The way to approach the government was through taking legal action. So looking at all those different angles, we felt it was the right thing to do, and with the encouragement from Randy, we felt we should be making that step.
It is the nature of the legal system for these things to drag on for a long period of time. Were there ever moments when you ask yourself, boy, is this really something we should have done?
I can't say that we really did. there was a lot of angst in making the decision to move ahead and doing it. But after we made the decision, and with the support that we had from the legal team, Randy, and then down the road, us, Chuck Proctor, and then the Alliance Defending Freedom, I can't say that we ever looked back and said, did we really make the right decision? It just felt right as we were going through it. Now, I know there was times that we had some individuals, even within the Mennonite circle, who were questioning, why did you make this decision? But we felt it was the right decision. We felt at peace with it, and we're still glad looking back that we did make that decision.
Now, Randy, you work with the Pennsylvania Family Institute, which is an organization that CitizenLink is proud to be allied with and to work alongside. You also work at the Independence Law Center. Anthony mentioned that you guys had a conversation about this. What got you fully involved in this? What brought you into this case?
Well, the discussions were first at a Pennsylvania Family Institute banquet where Norman Hahn, Anthony's father, talked to Michael Geer, who heads up the State Family Policy Council in Pennsylvania, talking about this crisis that was coming down the road in the HHS mandate. So after that banquet, Michael suggested that we get together with the Hahn family and sat down and explained what the legal recourse was. And it was just our pleasure to be able to work with the Hahns. The Hahns were some of the folks who helped us in the early years at the Pennsylvania Family Institute to get us started. So we were able to get involved because the Family Institute has a legal ministry, the Independence Law Center, and we exist to serve free of charge on issues like religious liberty, like this issue right here.
What would be your advice to other Christian business owners who might find themselves in a situation where they're trying to decide whether to file a suit or not?
My thoughts and what I would tell other business people and other individuals is to stand up. Stand up for your religious liberty and your rights.
If you'd like to learn more about the Pennsylvania Family Institute, just go to pafamily.org. Remember to pray for the Hahn family. Thank God for their bold stand in favor of life. And remember to stand tall and be heard.